Welcome back, everybody, to the GM Perspective podcast. I'm your host for today, Shane, and I am joined by
Mr. Wheeler,
Mr. Lucas,
and Mr. Mennow.
And today we're going to dive into Polar Plunge, and then we're going to lead into Stash or Cash and just let everybody know what's going on with everything. So to start off with Polar Plunge, Mr. Lucas, you're in charge of it, correct?
I was this year, yep.
Why don't you just give us a little rundown of what exactly Polar Plunge is and how we go about doing it?
Yeah, so for the last 3 years, we've kind of taken on the Polar Plunge as a big fundraiser for Special Olympics. We get students throughout all of the high school to participate. They raise money. All the funds go back to Special Olympics. This year was our highest earning year with a little bit over $10,000 we raised for Special Olympics, which was awesome. So basically kids pay, they get out of school a little bit early, and they get to go jump in a freezing lake, and it seems like a pretty fun event for a lot of kids.
I, for one, was a part of that, and I did enjoy it. It was pretty fun. So how did you become in charge of it, and was that something you wanted to take on, or?
It was just one of those things that, was part of our program that we run here at GM, and with Mrs. Iaquinta leaving, there was kind of a void, so I was, I guess, next in line. So we kind of collectively, Mr. Mennow, Mr. Wheeler, and I kind of all got together, and then, a huge help from Mrs. Banky. Without her, I don't think that event runs. So it really became a really big team effort to kind of get it going, and I think it shows with how successful it was this year and the number of participants. We had over 100 students. We actually had to order another bus because so many kids signed up, which is awesome, and that's, what we want to see. We want students involved in participating because it is a cause that, benefits our community directly, which is great. We had a lot of community support as well. So it was a really cool event to be able to kind of lead.
Yeah, it was great to see all the other schools there. But so when it comes to other schools like Maplewood, are they doing the same thing for their school? They're raising money for their kids for Special Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the details as to like how much they raised or really how they run their program, but the whole premise behind it is individual schools raise money for their school community, and then all the money they raise also goes to Special Olympics as well. So, we organize the location and the event, and then they're kind of in charge individually for raising funds for their school. But with GM, we have so many unified sports and Special Olympic sports. Obviously we take it pretty serious with wanting to raise as much as we can, because Special Olympics does help us out quite a bit with what we do between unified bocce, weightlifting, skiing, snowboarding, unified track. We don't really go without thanks to them. They give us a lot of support in that area, so it's really nice for us to be able to give back.
Mr. Mennow, Mr. Wheeler, do you guys have anything to say about the Polar Plunge? You were also a part of it, correct?
Yeah, I've been helping out for, I don't know, as long as I can remember.
How long has it been going on?
That I don't know.
This was our third year.
Okay, so yeah, I did it all 3 years. I enjoy it. I like swimming in the cold water, though.
Did you go in this year?
Absolutely.
Oh, it's so cool.
I didn't see you
first.
I was in there.
No, were you actually?
Yeah.
He tiptoed.
Oh.
All right.
Come on, man. We have to watch the video. What the heck?
Has it always?
We do have a video.
Yeah, I know.
I tried to get away with it this year because every year, I guess it's only 3 years, but we've been diving in, and you still do, I know. And it is so unbelievably cold when you go all the way under. Did you go all the way under?
I dove in, and it's like, not even that I felt like really cold. I was in shock and I couldn't breathe. Yeah. And I'm glad that there's people in the water with me. But have you always had to go high five everybody?
No.
It's something we kind of threw in there.
I was planning on jumping and then running out.
At the main Polar Plunge that they do up on Presque Isle, that's like the big thing, is if you make it out to high five the divers, it's like a big deal. But I think the diving in is kind of like the wrinkle that we kind of like to challenge people to do.
I told myself I couldn't walk in. I just had to jump in to get it over with.
The last 2 years, I dove in all the way, and it ruined my whole day. Like it is so hard to recover.
You have to go back to school.
Yeah,
so.
and so I would go home and take a shower for about an hour and a half to try to warm back up again. So, but you always have to find Mr. Kanata and get Mr. Kanata's secret, because Mr. Kanata is going to find the way to do it and still get credit for it. but really not freeze himself out. So I kind of followed his lead this year, and he was like, you just wade in, So we waded in, and I felt a little cheap, and I was like, "Who?" He said, "Everybody's jumping in. Who's going to see you?" And so I waded in, and then what do I get sent? Drone footage of us diving in, and I'm walking in there, and I'm like, "Oh boy, of course this is out this year." But I just had a question for you about why. And I don't know the answer to this, but why they do the one at Presque Isle, and that's the Polar Plunge everyone knows about. Why did we start doing it on our own? Why do we have our own Polar Plunge?
I think the biggest thing is Special Olympics started this Cool Schools initiative to try to get more schools involved with the Polar Plunge, and we were kind of thinking, 3 years ago, what's a way that we can do this that we can get a big group of students from General McLean to go, because the Cool Schools runs like at the same time as the regular Polar Plunge. So it would be Saturday up at Presque Isle, and transportation and obligations and sports and all of those things prevent a lot of people from being able to be committed to it. So we're like, how can we like boost involvement when it comes to the Cool Schools initiative? And, we were kind of thinking, well, why not do it on a school day? We'll provide the transportation. We have a lake in our community, which, not a lot of people can say they do. Let's see how this works. And it just took off. I mean, every year it continues to grow, and we get more and more involvement, raise more and more money, get more schools to show up. So now it's kind of the thing of, planning ahead of time, how many schools are going to want to participate next year, and what does that look like? So it's a good problem to have. We want people to be involved. We want to raise the max that we can. But now it just becomes a logistics thing of how do we get so many people in such a small area. But it's really cool. I think the idea behind it and the reason why we did it is successful, because I don't think we get over 100 kids to show up on a Saturday morning to go to Presque Isle. And talk. You know what I mean? So, and it's crazy to think, we had a student almost raise $1,000 by himself, which is awesome. And I don't know if that happens, if we don't kind of build the community here at GM, that we're doing it and that's staying kind of local. And you see there's a lot of people down on Lakeside on that Friday just coming to watch. It's kind of become a thing. Helen Skelton was there. Wendy Shaw was there. People that have been involved in Special Olympics and unified sports here at GM for their careers, just coming to see kind of how we've taken things that they've started and grown them. And it's great to just hear their feedback and kind of see that. And they love that we stay local and that they're able to come watch. So it's just kind of a cool addition to the things that Special Olympics is already doing.
I was wondering, when it comes to students in the unified community, like the unified students, obviously Principal's Cabinet has a helping hand when it comes to this, but what exactly do the unified students do they do stuff during class to help come up with ideas, and do they talk about it a lot?
They started the unified club, I want to say probably 4 or 5 years ago, before we even did the Polar Plunge here at GM. And that's kind of just, it's mostly comprised of students that are involved in unified sports, whether they're the peer partners or the athletes. But there's also kids involved in that are not on any of the sports teams. And that was just kind of a time where they could meet and discuss, what could we be doing to promote unified sports here at GM? What's available to us? What are other schools doing? Those types of things. So I think it all kind of snowballed from that point. And then, leading up to the Polar Plunge, I mean, especially the students, the athletes of our unified teams are so excited. It is a big deal for them. They love when the polar bear suit gets brought out. It's always like a yearly debate of who gets to be the polar bear for the event. And it's really fun. But I think this year we had the most athletes participate, which was awesome, from our unified team. Usually we get a lot of people sign up and then they go outside and nope, too cold. But we had a lot that committed and stayed committed. So it was pretty cool to see their involvement this year.
That's great. I'm glad that they're so involved with that.
Complete full transparency on the planning of this. Zach jumped in and he really just took the lead on it. But with Mrs. Iaquinta not being here to start the year, we were about a month out on this thing, right?
Yeah, I think we started like end of October, beginning of November.
There were things that we did last year weeks in advance of what we did this year. And so, I went to Zach and just kind of begged and said, I really need your help on this thing. And he stepped up and not only, took this thing to a new level, but really kind of blew it up in a really short period of time. So I'm excited to see what we can do in the future with this, and no pressure. But I do think for us to exceed, we really, about 2 weeks away from it, I said to him, don't even worry about last year's goal, last year's mark, which was about $7,500.
Mm-hmm.
I said, don't even worry about it. Let's just try to reestablish this thing. We'll start fresh, and then next year we'll have a good plan for it. And we beat last year's by $2,500, or if not more. And a lot of that is contributing, the contributions from the kids and the participation of our community, of course, which is wonderful. But you did a ton of work. I really, really appreciate what you did. And you cited Miss Benke already, and everyone else who stepped up. But it was really a tremendous event. When you think about General McLean and Unified Sports, we talk big about where we are in the state. We like to put ourselves up there. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're talking about, I don't have like the data on like how many sports we have compared to other teams, but I know just like in this region to see the growth in certain areas within sports like bocce. We were just meeting with one of the individuals from Special Olympics, and the growth that they're seeing in bocce, it's, I don't even know how many schools they've increased to, but it was a crazy number that they had joining the bocce program. To think that we've been doing that for 4 years. Mm-hmm. It always seems to me like there are all these schools that are jumping on board and doing these things, and they're asking Mr. Kanata, hey, how did you get this going? How did you start this? They're talking to the unified coaches, what is this like? And it just seems to me that we have done these things for so long, and other schools are just now starting, which is great, that we're getting more involved. But I think it's also a pat on the back for us because we had teachers and coaches and administrators that kind of saw this path a long time ago, and they've kind of jumped in on it from the ground level. I mean, we've had Unified Sports. I think the Unified Track team was back in 2012, was whenever one of the first Unified Sports teams we had, which is great. And we still have a guy that comes to all of our Unified Sports stuff. He comes to all of our football events, comes to the basketball games, all that stuff. He's heavily involved in the community. And he was one of our original Unified Sports athletes, which is great to see. That's what it's all about. Like winning and losing, that's all part of sports. Everyone likes to win, but it's the community and the connections that sports bring, I think. And that's, one of the main focuses on the Unified Sports especially is building those social connections and that sense of community that you gain from being a part of a team, that Unified Sports really hones in on. And I think, that GM is pretty much the picture perfect example of that. To see over 100 students willingly participate in jumping in a freezing lake, knowing that all the money that they raise is supporting students with special needs and giving them a chance to participate in events that we kind of take for granted, is pretty amazing to see. That's just normal for GM. That's just one of those things that, you ask a kid, oh yeah, I'm jumping. Like, of course I'm going. Why wouldn't I? And that's just really cool because I think you could go to, a bunch of districts and they would not get a tenth of that participation or that willingness to want to do it. So I think General McLean sets itself apart from that standpoint for sure.
And Mike Kanata, I joked a little bit about Mike and his path to of least resistance on this thing, but Mike's been a leader in Special Olympics and in Unified Sports. You mentioned 2012 for Unified Track. That's a long time ago. That's way ahead of the curve, and that was Mike that brought that here as our special ed director and director of Pupil Services. So he's done good stuff with it, and he's hired good people.
Yeah, I mean, he's always looking for, what's the next thing that we could potentially be involved. I mean, we added the unified weightlifting last year, which I know Mr. Wheeler's kind of involved with a little bit with running the weight room and stuff like that. So I'm not as involved with that, but I mean, I don't know if you have anything to add about like kind of what that looks like or how that goes. But from my standpoint, why not promote, that physical fitness component to we're asking them to be athletes, and now we're adding a sport where they get to train and prepare for the upcoming seasons, which is great. And you go to one of those events and you got the head football coach there, spotting kids on the bench. You got one of the guys that runs our weight room program walking around helping people. You got the director of people services there, principals, athletic directors. I mean, you got everyone that would be at any sporting event there supporting, and then you got a bleacher full of people watching. So it's a pretty cool thing to be a part of.
So with the weight, with weightlifting, Mike came to me 2-3 months ago before the competition started and asked if I'd be willing to show all the other coaches from different schools proper technique and just in general how to do it safely for the kids. I can't remember how many we had. I want to say 10 to 12 coaches came from all the other schools upstairs, and we went through the bench, the deadlift. So it was pretty cool to squat. So and they were there, they were willing to learn, and I thought it was pretty cool.
I didn't realize you did that. That's great.
Yeah, it's before their season started. Yeah, they came in for, I don't know, like 4 to 5 o'clock, whatever. We did about an hour in the weight room and on different lifts. They all did it themselves. They spotted each other, so we taught spotting too. And we gave techniques on like the deadlift. All right, where my eyes supposed to be, where my feet's supposed to be, where my arm's supposed to be, and they all participated. It was cool.
Nice.
You're a pretty good coach, because when I went to that the weightlifting thing after school, some of the strongest guys I know, my friends, could not lift what those guys were lifting. I mean, those guys and girls, there was this one girl that was just lifting a crap ton of weight. Props to her. And it made me just like sit up in my seat. I'm like, okay. So, but
hey, every day after school you can come up and
Yeah, I probably should start doing that. But no, but for all the students listening about Polar Plunge, it's just a really cool thing to do. And it just, the overall message that it brings and the money that it brings to our Special Olympics, going to these events, I don't know if you guys are underclassmen or not, but you should definitely go to these events. I go to all the bocce matches. It's a lot cooler than you think. Bocce's fun to play, and then track season comes around. You guys will love it, and you'll love it even more if we just have all the utilities that we need, which we can get because of Polar Plunge. So by you guys participating in Polar Plunge, it just helps out our community so much, and you're going to love going to all these events, because I really love going to these events. And yeah, so as a student, if you are looking forward to it next year, we'll talk about it more next year, but this year was $35 to go. And you get to leave school after, or leave Polar Plunge, go home after, which is nice. I had basketball, so I couldn't, but and then and you get to just hang out with friends. And I was lucky enough to control the music. You get to listen to music. You get free hot dogs. I might have had 2 or 3. There was a lot. And there's cookies and everything, and it gets you ready to jump. And then I was just talking to friends the whole time. I didn't just go because of Abby, but I went because of my friends too. And I talked to other kids from other schools too. So I mean, you might know kids from Maplewood, you might know kids from other schools that go there. So I think that everybody listening, great opportunity to just get out and do something and help your school out. I think it's great.
And we still haven't had the perfect weather day for this thing, where it could be what we want it to be. It's been 3 really crappy.
This was probably the best year we've had in the last 3.
For the first time in a while, it didn't rain. Yeah.
Sideways snow, rain, yeah.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, I know that it's the Polar Plunge, and I should get over it. But I continue every year to say, why does it have to be so cold?
The water can be cold, but 40 and sunny would be all right.
Yeah, that's all. Give us a little break on the wind and snow and rain.
I was just so surprised in how bad cold my feet were. My feet were definitely the worst part, because I was running in the water, and then you came out and you're just like, yeah, you need to have a towel on standby, and you need to have warm clothes on standby. There's tents that you can change in, and yeah.
I never thought about how sand, in the summer, sand gets so hot that you can't walk on it. But you never walk on it in the winter. But it's just as cold as it is hot.
Yeah, I
man.
didn't realize that too.
That was brutal.
I had too much adrenaline to realize anything. I was just trying to hype myself up before running in.
Nice.
That was most of our Polar Plunge talk for today. We went down and discussed everything, how thankful we are for Mr. Lucas and our community to help make that come true, and the students especially. I mean, the students just help promote and make everything, and so appreciative of everything about that. Now I would like to speak about what we call at GM Stash for Cash, which is run by Mr. Wheeler. He does an amazing job. It really gets the whole school community hyped up and excited. And yeah, we're going to dive into that. So Mr. Wheeler, why don't you just give us a little rundown of what it is?
I just like having a mustache, so that's the only reason to do this. About 13 years ago, we started this, and actually, I don't know if many people know, it came as a challenge from another school district that I have buddies at, and we both tried to raise money for Coach Cook. At the time, his daughter was needing transportation back and forth, and they're needing a little extra help, so we decided to have a mustache contest to see which school could raise the most money. So that was 13 years ago.
Wow.
Since then, it's kind of grown a little bit and gone a different direction where we try to help out specifically families from the high school that might need help during the holiday season. And we take between 4 to 6 families students normally from different families, and we'll take them up to Walmart and let them have a little shopping spree and help them with their holiday gifts
great.
that they might not actually have if we didn't help them. And so how it works is basically we grow a beautiful mustache. And then at lunch, all the students can see pictures on the buckets. They go up there, they can put their money into the bucket that they think has the best mustache. And what's really helped is help from the community, specifically Utz Chips. They've been with me since day one. They've donated chips to me for 13 straight years now. They're absolutely amazing. Couldn't speak highly of anybody else. I mean, they're awesome. One of the best contributors that I've had. We also have a lot of extra support out there, too. Mr. and Mrs. Okel have been absolutely phenomenal. Their generosity is amazing. Then we had, this year, the Ushers Club donated a very nice chunk of change as well. So
That's
did
nice.
Edinburgh Case and Cabinet, Mr. Lothar. So we have outside sponsors that help us, but a lot of the money is raised just from the students and the faculty here. Then every day we have something different going on.
Yeah.
We have music all this week, so you can come up and change the music if you want to donate to a bucket. We have a bake sale that went on yesterday. It'll go on today as well. Today we have snow cones that we're going to do.
Nice.
Today and tomorrow. Today is also the pie in the face, which was one of my favorite ones. Is all the money that you donate today to whatever bucket, whoever has the most money in their bucket today specifically, gets pied in the face at the assembly on Friday. So, Mr. McCormick, I think we're coming for you.
Yes.
Absolutely. Got a little contingent. Then on Friday we have our ever popular bead game. Rock, paper,
Everybody
scissors,
loves that
bead
game.
Oh,
it's so simple, but everybody loves it.
it is.
Because our school's
Explain the bead
competitive.
game.
They come in on on Friday. You can donate $1 and you get beads. Mardi Gras beads, put around your neck. And you can be walking down the hall, and if I see Mr. Lucas with beads, I could say, challenge, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Whoever wins gets all the beads from that person, and keep going. Then when we get to, you can always buy back in. If you want to come see me, Mrs. Webb, whatever, you can get more beads. That's totally fine. We're going to get to the assembly. We're going to get like the top 12 people in the school with the most beads around their neck. And yes, you have to wear them around your neck. Can't stuff them in your pockets.
Yeah, that happened
Or your
last
book
year.
bag. Or your stuffed animal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Got to wear them on your neck. You get challenged and you lose, you give them up.
Yeah.
Then we'll have a showdown right in front of the school.
Oh, it gets
at
so
mid-court.
exciting.
It gets intense. It was awesome last year. I can't remember who won. Do you remember who won?
Dom? Was it Dom?
Yeah.
Was it Dom?
Yeah, it was Dom.
Really?
And the year
It was
before
Dom.
that, it was, I don't remember. But yeah, I remember Preston being upset that he lost.
Oh, yeah.
I love how competitive our school is over simple
awesome.
stuff like that.
And that raises a lot of money for us. It really does.
Yeah, so for students listening, you definitely know by now that there is music playing in the cafeteria and there's chips. So when we first started this, Principal's Cabinet helps out a little bit and runs the front desk in the lunchroom. And basically, you come up, you give us $1, we give you 2 bags of chips, very great deal, and they're good chips, good quality chips. And then starting a couple days ago, we have these ginormous speakers that are around the cafeteria. And Mr. Wheeler gets everybody's attention, does his loud whistle, lets everybody know. And basically, we start off the day by playing clown music or obnoxious music. So the only way to get rid of it is by paying $1, just $1, for any song you want. And yeah,
Edited version.
Yeah, edited version has to be clean. Which so far we've been good on that. But yeah, you get the song and you get 2 bags of chips. And I've no complaints so far from it. And now we got cookies and other baked goods. And I brought my wallet today so I can get some because they look really good. But yeah, it's really fun to play your music and especially mess with your friends and just, play Christmas songs. And I think it's great. And
American Polka has been
yeah.
my favorite.
No, but as a community, GM is just we're just united. And I think we're really appreciative. And I think what I love most about Stash for Cash is it helps the local families.
Yeah, all the money, 100%
Yeah.
stays right here.
That's
right in
that's
this
just
building.
so amazing to me. And then you just go take them to Walmart and, you just get to spoil them for Christmas because that's what it is. So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Mr. Lucas. How did you said you had a buddy. Is that how you initially got involved with doing this and becoming in charge of it?
Yeah, some of my friends are teachers down at Cambridge Springs, and they basically challenged us to see who can grow the best mustache, see who can raise the most money for Coach Cook. So, and that's what we did, and it just kind of spiraled from there into what we're doing now. It was for cystic fibrosis when we first started. Then after 2 years of that, we donated, I want to say, it was at least $2,000 the first year, maybe about the same the second year, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And then we noticed that our kids have a need as well. And so we wanted the money to stay here and stay local, and we've since split it up between different families as much as we can. And yeah, I mean, this is our 13th year, and I have to check my records exactly, but I know we're over $30,000 of donation.
That's really great.
So
Honestly.
it's been awesome.
Yeah.
It really has.
For what was I gonna say? For students that don't know, Stash for Cash, anybody can do it. Anybody can come with a mustache, fake mustache, real mustache. Real ones are way cooler. According to Mr. Wheeler's, and then who's the 3? Do we have a 2-time champ? Is it Mitch has won both years?
Mitch is the only person that's won twice.
Yeah. So he's coming
And
back
he
for
was
year.
also our youngest competitor.
Yeah. He's got a good stash going on.
He had a beard in 6th grade.
Yeah, I know. I don't even have one yet. Yeah, he's crazy. But yeah, anybody can compete. Is that right? Am I right by saying that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then you get to create your own jar. And I think it's just really cool. Have either of you ever competed in it?
Well,
been
I
going on
can't, I
for a
can't
while.
grow a mustache, so I always try to pick someone from our classroom to participate. So last year we had Aiden Joyce, and he ended up winning with his filtered mustache that we added to him. This year we have Mason in the running, so if everyone should be donating to Mason.
I haven't seen a lot of money.
But Mr. B right now I think is killing it with his.
Yeah.
His is
got
committed.
that full circle.
He went through his whole mustache regimen with me, the different oils and waxes that he's been using. So he's taking it serious. He's got outside donors. So
Yeah, anyone can donate too.
So
It's not just a school.
Yeah.
he's coming in with, pockets full of money every day saying this 20's from this person, this 10's from here.
Wow.
So he's committed. So we'll see.
Yeah, Mr. Buffalino's got the Pringles mustache kind of like this on right now.
Beautiful.
Mr. Mennow?
Yeah, in the initial years, I was in it every year, and I'm not sure exactly why. I mean,
You didn't want to get pied because everyone wanted to pie you on Thursdays.
Yeah, the pie-in thing was definitely. Well, there was an era where the kids were really kind of unfiltered. They could come down and pie someone,
We did
and they
that
were
twice.
killing teachers,
We
like,
did that twice.
literally knocking people off. And I was like, I definitely do not need that happening to me. So no, I mean, I don't know why. I have not done it recently. As far as the participation goes directly, but we have so many people in this building that are a part of it. How many jars do you have down there now?
Oh man, I lost count.
Yeah.
We have at least 4 or 5 students this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most students we've had.
Yeah.
And I want to say there's 10 jars maybe. I don't know. Somewhere around that.
It's pretty cool.
And,
You also have a belt. You want to talk
Oh,
about
a
the belt?
championship belt. You forever get your name engraved.
Oh,
on
it's
this
engraved on
beautiful-
it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
You'll have to check. If you haven't seen the belt, go up and look at the belt. We have a beautiful mustache. It looks exactly like that. And then we have every winner's name with the year they won engraved on it. Mr. Snare does that for us.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And, yeah, it's an awesome belt. It's an actual belt.
Yeah.
Like the wrestling belt you would see on TV.
And the winner gets their own wooden mustache
Oh,
trophy.
wow. Who
Yeah.
makes that, Mr. Bosco? Makes?
Snare and Bosco. So
That's
one of those guys down there, yeah. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's perks to winning.
It is.
And,
Every year it seems like someone decides this is my year for the belt. I want the belt, and then they do whatever they can.
Mr. Buffalino, we have some people coming after you today, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no
well,
doubt.
that's the
Outside
good thing. You can
donors.
kind of let somebody feel comfortable for a little while, and then if you get some outside donors going, that I talk about Rob Kenner Connect the year that he told me, he's like, I'm winning the stash contest this year, and he did have a very sweet stash to begin with, but he kept going to you every day. How much do I need?
Yep.
How much do I need? And he would keep match. I think that was all his own money. He was doing
Pretty
that
sure.
with.
Yeah.
I think you got 25 cents from the athletes.
No, it's an honor to be presented that belt because you get to, at GM, we have assembly tomorrow, actually, on Friday. It's very well coordinated by Principal's Cabinet, and that's when we do the pie in the face. So for the pie in the face, that's just for today. Whoever gets the most money does the pieing or gets
No,
pied?
gets pied.
Okay.
So if everyone wants to vote for McCormick because you want to see McCormick get pied in the face on Friday, you put money in his bucket.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the day you put it in somebody you want to see get pied.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see McCormick get pied.
I think
so
everybody does.
How many years in a row has he been pied?
I think that's why he quit one year.
Yeah. Say he definitely got pied last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did the year before.
I don't know. It was Snare for about 5 straight years.
He has a very pieable face.
Very,
Viable
very,
for
yeah.
So who does the pieing? Does second place do the pieing?
No, so like we said, we used to raffle it off for the students, and that kind of got violent. And now it's between private donors that come and talk to me about how much they're going to donate to pie the person in the face. And now I have a donor that's willing to pie Mr. McCormick, and she is going to donate a lot of money to do that.
Oh, really?
I'm not going to
I think
divulge who that is.
I feel like I know who that is.
But if he wins, I'm not saying he will, because he might get people to donate to other buckets. But that's how
He's going to be trying to do that all day.
Yeah. Oh, what I forgot to mention is this is the first year for Coin Wars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Coin Wars is a Lancer Cup points too. Right now, the seniors have the lead, not by much, but they have the lead for 3 Lancer Cup points. And all it is put your coins, spare change, whatever you find in your car, your sofa, parents' pockets. I don't know. Come to your mentorship teacher and you put it in their cup, and we donate or we collect it every day and count it up.
Yeah.
I gotta look at I don't know exactly how much we have.
I mean, it adds
Easy
up.
way to raise money.
It adds up,
for
yeah.
that. And you don't think about it, but if everybody brought in $1 of change, how many people we have here? 800 people.
700.
700.
Jeez.
If everybody brought in $1 worth of change, that's an extra 700 we can donate to a family. And honestly, just look on the floor of your car, you'll find it.
I mean, that sponsors a whole nother family.
It's a whole nother.
I mean, 4 quarters and that's somebody's Christmas. That's nice.
That's it. So
I think that's one of the really cool things. I'm not as involved with Cash for Stash. I just kind of help Mr. Wheeler out as he needs it. But he's always finding creative ways to, what's the new thing we're going to do. I mean, a couple years ago, I think you shaved Bosco's beard.
he raffled it off.
Yeah. So like people were donating money to shave Bosco's beard. And then, then the pie in the face, the coin words, the beads thing you added last year, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Snow cones were last year, I think. So every year it's some new wrinkle that gets the kids excited, which is just awesome to see. Like,
it's fun.
What can we do next to get them kind of energized and ready to raise money for a great cause?
Yeah, I think raising money by having fun is just amazing. I mean, because it's just so easy and fun to do. Everybody contributes. So so are you saying like when you raffled kids off, did they pay to be like? Would it be a pretty cool idea to have all the kids pay like $1 to get their name in a hat, and then if they get drawn, then they get to pie them in the face? Is that what you did?
Well, it was one of those who raised the most money.
Oh, okay.
And all the
individual.
friends would come together and say, "Hey, we'll bid $20 to pie him."
Oh, it's
Bid
like an
30
actual
bucks.
bid.
No, it was a bid. It was a
that's-
live auction bid. Yeah, but one kid
It
got a
didn't
little
end well.
overzealous.
Yeah.
We can't do that anymore.
But no, yeah, that's
I
fun.
think we knocked out a teacher. I don't
It was
know.
close.
It was close.
Jeez. Oh, that's fun.
It was fun.
Not for that teacher.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, I think that is there anything else you want to cover with Stash for Cash? And
I think we hit pretty much.
I just want to say
full go.
Thank you for everybody in the school listening, that we get to help families out, especially families around the community. I think it's great because Christmas time, it's not just about presents, but it's nice to be able to wake up and, or even just get stuff you need. And us as a school coming together, giving Christmas spirit. And yeah, I mean, it's not just raising money, it's also just Christmas spirit and, being a part of your school. So I think huge thank you to everybody in our school. Huge thank you to the GM Foundation for sponsoring this podcast and sponsoring other stuff around the school. I want to thank Mr. Lucas for Polar Plunge and being an outstanding director. Raised more money this year. So much fun, a lot more kids. So great job for that. Thank you to Mr. Wheeler for the 13 years going on that he's been doing this. It's crazy to think about. But yeah, and coming up with all those ideas and getting the school together is just, it's not easy to do, but you did it, and huge applause to you for that. Thank you for Mr. Mennow for keeping everybody in control. And
I want to thank Mr. Wheeler as well. Just, you mentioned the 13 years, but he's always coming up with these cool ideas, and he helps us with Senior Give Back Day as well, coordinates that completely, jumps in on everything. Polar Plunge, he didn't really have a role in Polar Plunge, but we knew we could count on him, and we knew we could say, Wheeler will do it. Wheeler will be a part of that. And just the effort that you put into this Stash for Cash, not only this week, but the weeks leading up to it, the communication that you and I have about what you're going to do, and seeing you running down the hall every morning to go down and check on third periods and look at get the buckets rolling, and working with the principal's cabinet. And in the end, it's just a really, really rewarding moment to be able to take a kid to lunch, with an adult who goes to lunch and then goes shopping for whatever they want. For the holiday season, and I know you feel that way, and I know that's why you do it. But that's the part of it that no one sees, and that's the part that motivates you to do what you do. And so I really appreciate everything you're doing.
Yeah,
yeah, and I mean, I got kind of brought into the fold when Mr. Wheeler asked me to help last year, and I just want to say thank you again as well, because that's one of those things that you don't really appreciate what you're doing until you really see firsthand how this impacts the student you bring. Being able to be a part of that from start to finish and watch students do their shopping when, they have X amount of dollars to spend, but they're allocating 60, 70% of that money to their family. They're, most of these students are not buying stuff for themselves. I have a little brother that really wants this. I have a little sister that needs this. Mom's been wearing the same coat for the last 3 years. I want to get her a new coat for Christmas. It's one of those things that, I never really noticed the impact that we had doing this fundraiser until I went and kind of saw firsthand. It's an amazing thing. I think like what you started is absolutely amazing to see, how that impacts families right here in the community. And it's just a really humbling experience to be a part of.
Yeah, I think one of you said that a kid went and bought cereal for Christmas. I don't know. Yeah.
I think I heard that story.
So just knowing that you helped buy him cereal, you should be proud of yourself and proud that you are doing that for a kid. So yeah, thank you for everybody here doing all that. Yeah, thank you to everybody again, and I appreciate you all coming on the podcast, taking time out of your day, like you always do for everybody else. So unselfish. Thank you all. Have a great week, and I'll see you on the next one.